Hey everybody, my name is Wyatt and I'm Ferda Tunes, and today we got another year-end list video. This is one of the big ones, best singles of the year. So this list is more focused on the aspect of how great a single was. This isn't a best songs of the year list. This list applies specifically for singles that were released as just standalone songs or for promotion for an upcoming album. This list doesn't apply for just songs that come off of an album, obviously, and even singles that were released after the album was released. So if a song came out with an album and then they made it a single later, nah, it's not making the list, fam. So two examples of this. Say So by Doja Cat doesn't make the list because although it was released as a single this year, it came out with her album last year. Also, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd does not make this list because it was released as a single in like November of last year or something. Although it dominated the charts, both of these singles really would have made the top 10 if I included them, but I just want to show you I have a bit of criteria for this list. The other lists are more free range. So before we start with the list, I have some fire honorable mentions, and you know, we gotta give those recognition, so run that.
Peace up, A-Town.
This right here is my pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway.
As usual, we're gonna kind of speed through the first half of the list to make sure this video isn't 4 days long. At number 50, I got Over Now by Calvin Harris and The Weeknd. Great collab. And following up with another great collab is number 49, Black Thought, Swizz Beatz, Pusha T, and Killer Mike, Good Morning. This ended up on my hardest songs of the year list, if you didn't see. Crazy track. Number 48 is Physical by Dua Lipa, followed by Oh Santa. Mariah Carey, Ariana Grande, Jennifer Hudson, they spaz. At number 46, I got You Should by CHIKA, followed by The Overcomer by Royce da 5'9" and Westside Gunn. Monumental rap track this year. At number 44, I got Summertime by Orville Peck, followed by Dragon Ball Do-Rag by Thundercat, one of the goofiest and funkiest singles of the year. At number 42, I got What's Poppin'. Fuck. At number 41, I got the very uplifting and soulful Feeling by Blue in Exile, followed by number 40, The Scots. Kid Cudi and Travis Scott came through with a psychedelic banger, followed by Weak by Flo Milli, definitely her biggest hit song off of her tape. At number 38, I got Rain on Me by Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. What a hit. And another 37 is The Box by Roddy Ricch.
I just found out that The Box was released in 2019. Fuck it, it's off the list. Just replace it with any of your favorite honorable mentions. I don't fucking know.
At number 36, MGMT, Take Us to a Completely Different Dimension with As You Move Through the World. At number 35, JPEG Mafia had a lot of great singles this year, but Bald was by far the best. At number 34, it's Fortet with Baby, followed by 1985 by Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist. Number 32, thank God Frank Ocean came with just a little 2 singles just to tie us over during isolation, Dear April. At number 31, I got Positions by Ariana Grande, just a banger hit, followed by Front Lines by Conway the Machine, is the first of many very focused on police brutality and racism in America kind of songs that are on this list. And Conway's second verse on there is hella close to being verse of the year for me. Number 29, Steve Arrington came through with Keep Dreamin'. Great funk track, very uplifting and soulful, followed by Hit Different by SZA featuring Ty Dolla $ign. SZA, please drop more. Number 27 is Anything by Adrianne Lenker, a song that just brought me to absolute tears the first time I heard it. Number 26 is Ooh La La, Jessie Ware. Fuck, 25 is Kyoto by Phoebe Bridgers. God, I love this song. Number 24 is Cane Train by Machine Drum featuring Freddie Gibbs, one of the most underrated bangers of the year. Number 23 is Bigger Picture by Lil Baby. I talked about this and actually the last one in my hardest songs of the year list. Fantastic and very impressive song from Lil Baby. Number 22, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, Roisin Murphy came through with one of the best and grooviest and danciest disco tracks I've heard in years. Number 21 is Chloe and Halle, Do It. This song is sure to make you feel like a boss bad bitch. And if that doesn't, number 20 might. If you're not sick of it yet, Megan Thee Stallion, Savage. How the fuck could I not? That remix was gold. Number 19 is a seamless blend of dream pop and techno, On by Kelly Lee Owens. Number 18, there was quite a few Gorillaz singles that I could choose from, and it was honestly hard, but Aries was my favorite for sure. Those New Order-ish kind of guitars with Peter Hook. Crazy fun and dreamy synth pop track. I can't get enough of that one. Number 17 is Boy Life in EU by Young Lean, a damn near career-defining song to me. Number 16, System of a Down came out of fucking nowhere to drop their first release in music in, what, a decade? I think over a decade if I'm not mistaken. Protect the Land. It's a banger. I liked it a lot. Number 15, The Strokes came back with just a very different sounding single, At the Door. Very spacey and serene track. I couldn't get enough of that one. Followed by number 14 is XS by Rina Sawayama. Good God, this song blew me the fuck away. Y'all can even see I did a video about this album. Number 13, I Don't Know by Jamie XX. Wow. Everything Jamie XX does, especially his solo stuff, and In Color, one of my favorite albums of all time. But man, this was so dancey, but also unbelievably hard-hitting. It almost made my hardest songs of the year list. Another one that almost made that same list is number 12, Akio Mando. Rico Nasty and Kali Uchis, I mean, you would have assumed they would have made a great collab, but my God, this is the trap Latin banger of the year. Dangerous track, yo. At number 11, Burial, Fortet, and Thom Yorke linked up once again, swooped in near the end of the year just a few weeks ago to drop a masterpiece. They were both unbelievable, but Her Revolution was just unbelievably dreamy. Oh. Starting off with the top 10 is Claws by Charli XCX, easily one of my most personal favorite songs of the year and one of my most listened to. This shit, just every damn day I played that fucking motherfucker. Number 9, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I had to, man. I personally loved the track. I thought it was groovy, banging, smooth as fuck. But just the bullshit controversy that came from this track and all the shit surrounding it, and also just how successful it was as a song, considering the subject matter, it had to make the top 10. Also, Megan washed Cardi B on that song, right? We can admit her second verse is a straight body and a half. Next up is number 8. I wanted to give it a three-way tie, but I decided to just go with the first single he released this year, Get Your Wish by Porter Robinson. When he dropped this single, oh my God, me and my boys lost the fucking shit. Something Comforting, I think, was my personal favorite, but really all 3 singles he dropped this year were phenomenal. And man, I thought we were getting that fucking album this year. Porter, for fuck's sakes, please! I need it. Okay, moving on is number 7, Daylight by Joji and Diplo. My God, what just a way to show just how far you've come and how brightly you shine now. Is a real tight track with immersive verses and just a big, explosive, and shining hook. Could not get enough of this track. All the singles he dropped, really. The whole album, really. And I was just very proud of Joji this year. I've been following him for quite a few years now, and it was just seemed like he really just went for it and knocked it out of the park. Number 6 is Gaslighter by The Chicks, of course, formerly known as the legendary Dixie Chicks. This song was just a huge splash in the music scene, for me at least this year, and it ended up being the absolute perfect tone setter for their album. Number 5 is Lockdown by Anderson .Paak, a song I didn't think was going to make it this high on the list, but the more I thought about it and the more I listened to it, I realized it really deserves this spot. Musically, it's a very low-key and very funk-driven track, but lyrically, it's all about the protests and from earlier this year, obviously, and why the protests happen and just everything going on in the year at that moment. It came out at the perfect time. It was one of those singles. And honestly, this song is like a must-listen, I'd say, for anyone living in this year. Number 4 is iPhone by Rico Nasty. Another one, I wanted to put it this high, but I didn't think it was really going to make it this high. But again, the more I listened to it, the more I realized this might be my favorite and might even, I don't want to say the best, but shit, maybe I think so, hyperpop song that I've heard, at least. Like, obviously Charli XCX and her whole album really was fantastic and phenomenal, but Rico Nasty just dives into that sound seamlessly, and with Dylan Brady on the production, it was a perfect match, and this song is just unfathomably catchy and fun and bright and hard-hitting too. Like, it slaps. It really does. Number 3 is another song that just brought me to just sobbing tears the first time I heard it. Good News by Mac Miller, the first single they released just kind of out of nowhere and then announced his album. And fuck, I can't tell you how much this song impacted my emotions this year. And just songwriting wise, it very feels like one of the more singer-songwriter cuts off of the record. But man, it's so serene and just very stripped back instrumentally. Just there's some plucky strings that really connect with me and give me a almost hypnotic vibe. But Mac, fuck, his vocals on this track being mixed so high, it's like he's singing right to you and you're just in this, just everything he's saying, especially on the hook, it's just such, it's great advice. Like, it's really something that I think everyone needs to hear. Number 2, Stevie Wonder came out of fucking nowhere and dropped 2 unbelievable singles, and this is kind of a tie because it was really hard for me to decide. They were both just so stellar, but I'm gonna give it to Can't Put It in the Hands of Fate. Both were very timely and necessary songs for this whole shitty year, and Can't Put It in the Hands of Fate was really another one just really about the racism and the protests and the police brutality. And he got Rhapsody, Busta Rhymes, CHIKA, and Corday on this track, and they all just killed their verses, crushed it. Stevie Wonder's verse somehow sticks out the most to me just for the best quotables. He said, you say you're sick and tired of us protesting. I say, not tired enough to make a change. Yeah. Like, come the fuck on, man. Like, that shit was beautiful and soulful, and just, if you ever needed any proof that Stevie Wonder didn't lose it, I mean, this is it right here. And as serious of a song as it is lyrically and thematically, instrumentally, it's very fun and groovy. It's got this whistle to the hook. I was just... Great track, and just Stevie Wonder, you are a god. Now, my number 1 spot. I've had it here for a while, but I was almost certain that it wasn't gonna make the final number 1, and maybe lucky to make top 3. But the more I listened to it, and every time I had doubts about it being my number 1, I would listen to it again, and I just thought, yeah, fuck it. Black Parade by Beyonce. It took me a while to really fall in love with this song like I am now, but I put it at number 1 because I think it encapsulates so much more than you think off of a first listen, especially musically and thematically. It's a very empowering song, and knowing that it's from Beyonce, you may be surprised for me to say it's a fucking banger as well. It came out at the perfect time, right during the peak of all the protests earlier this year, as many songs did, quite a few that made this list. And I swear, it is as hard-hitting as it is beautiful and empowering and uplifting. And my god, just so much bodaciousness just in the beat, and it's like the song sways from like hard-hitting 808s and like trap rhythms to like just luscious horn sections, and that hook, just every time it just rises into this hook and drops, it just such an uplifting and strong and memorable, catchy chorus. Man, this song has everything, really. It's just all around just a fantastic song, and just brings so many different vibes at the same time, different emotions and feelings. But at its core, it is just a very triumphant track. What's crazy is I'm not even like a part of the Beehive. I'm not a Beyonce stan, die-hard stan. I love her to death. I think she's one of the best artists of this generation. Duh. But this is my single of the year, and fuck, this song should be the fucking national anthem. Fuck it. This shit is just so... Again, it feels like a monumental track for Beyonce. I can't believe this kind of came and went in the whole music scene. It was like, oh, Beyonce dropped a song, and obviously the fans were going crazy, but it didn't seem to be this anthem that it really felt like when you listened to it. So, I had to give it my number 1 spot. That's it for the list. Thank you so much for watching. I hella appreciate it, and don't miss that album of the year list. That's the one that's just been driving me nuts. I'm so excited to get that out for you guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying these. Let me know your single of the year, your songs of the year, whatever you want to put. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, everything. The links are obviously in the description as usual, and I'll see you guys for the next one, the big one. Jesus, sorry, Amber Alert just went off on my phone, gave me a fucking heart attack. I thought I lost all my footage. Yeah, I pray that, you know, they find whatever's going on out there, but I mean, it just... I'm going big, 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 big. Just listen to this shit. Yo, crazy.